Hi, my name's Darren Burke. I'm a personal trainer here at the Manchester Athletic Club, and today I'm here to show you and walk you through a full body workout with the TRX straps. The TRX straps are a mode of exercise that requires suspension training. They may be intimidating from a distance, but once you get on here, you'll realize that anyone at any level can perform these exercises. So we're going to work large muscle groups to small muscle groups, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step. We're going to start with the squat. There's nothing fancy about the squat when it comes to the TRX. These straps are always here to help you and always here to guide you if you get off balance or the exercise becomes too difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to line our feet up about shoulder width apart. We're going to have our hands on these straps here. Now, like I said, if you need the extra support, these straps are always here for you. But what we're going to aim to do is sit back and down with all of our weight going through our heels to take all of the stress out of our knees and put it into our quads, hamstrings, and glutes. So here's what it's going to look like. Feet about shoulder width. We're going to sit back and down, coming down so our legs are about parallel to the floor, and then driving through the heels, we're going to stand all the way back up. Now, like I said, if this is challenging for you, you're going to have these straps here to rely on so that as you go back and down, you can hold on to these straps a little bit more as much as you need. Now, the more you perform these exercises, the stronger these muscles are going to get, and you're going to train those muscles to go back and down, so you won't need to rely on these straps as much as you do in the beginning, as you can come down and raise yourself back up. Something more challenging than that would be the reverse lunge. Again, we're going to keep all the stress and all of our weight going through our heels and never trending forward onto the balls of our feet. What we're going to do is we're going to take one leg at a time. I'm going to start with my left leg planted on the floor. I'm going to take a big step back with my right leg, bend the knee and come down towards the floor. When I stand up, again, I'm pushing through my left heel as I bring myself up, and I'm also going to drag my knee up as well. This is going to incorporate some balance into the exercise. Staying on this leg, I'm going to drop all the way back down, pushing through the heel, raising all the way back up. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now my right foot's going to stay on the floor. I'm going to take a big step back with the left leg, drop the knee down towards the floor, pushing through the heel, raising myself up, and that knee comes up as well. Just like with the squat, again, if this gets challenging, you have these straps to rely on. Over time, you're going to train the muscles to be able to do it by not relying on the straps. The next exercise I want to show you is the chest press. So now we're going to work up to the upper body. So I'm going to spin myself around here. Now, one of the reasons I like the TRX so much is because even though we can target specific muscle groups and isolate specific muscle groups, because of the instability of the straps here, we're always going to be working stabilizer muscles and a whole bunch of other muscles that have to work together to allow these muscles to do their job. So with the chest press, I'm going to hold the hands out at about shoulder height. Now when I lower myself down, I'm going to pretend that I'm doing a push-up on the floor or a push-up on the counter or a motion that I'm normally used to if I were to be using a machine. So I'm going to lower myself down, keeping my core tight and my glutes engaged, and then push myself right back up. Another reason I like this exercise is because of the stretch you get all the way across the top of the chest. So again, I'm going to lower myself down and push myself right back up. The next exercise I want to show you is the back row. Alright, so we're going to do the exact opposite of what we just did. Now, with this exercise, the further we walk the feet inward, the more challenging the exercise is going to get. So we're going to start here leaning all the way back with our arms nice and straight and our feet planted into the ground. We're going to pull ourselves all the way up, keeping our shoulders down, squeezing the shoulder blades together for just a moment, and then lowering back down with no slack. Okay? So you wouldn't want to pull yourself up, let the straps become loose, and then drop yourself back down. We want to keep tension on the straps the entire time. So again, from the starting position here, we're going to pull ourselves all the way up, squeezing the shoulder blades, and lowering yourself right back down. The next exercises I want to show you are for the shoulders. We're going to trace 2 different letters of the alphabet, and we're going to work several different parts of the shoulder here. We're going to trace the letters Y and T. Now, again, same concept with the feet. The further your feet walk inward, the more challenging the exercise is going to get. So again, leaning back here with straight arms, keeping my core tight, glutes engaged, head looking forward. I'm going to pull myself all the way up in the letter Y and lower myself down again with no slack. And then the hands are going to come straight up to the side. I'm going to pull myself all the way up, hands go straight up to the side, and and I'm going to lower myself all the way back down, keeping tension on the straps the entire time. That's an exercise for the shoulders. Next, I want to show you two more exercises, one for the biceps and one for the triceps. So the first one I want to show you is for the biceps. We're going to be in a very similar position, leaning back with the arms nice and straight. The difference between this exercise and the back row is going to be the elbows. In order to isolate our biceps, we need to keep our elbows super still so that we can take the back out of it and isolate the biceps. So from this position, we're going to keep the elbows nice and steady where they are as we pull ourselves all the way up and lower ourselves all the way down. This is going to take the big muscles in the back out of it and keep all the stress in the biceps. So as you pull yourself up, think about reaching your elbows as high as you can towards the ceiling as you lower yourself all the way back down. Next is the triceps. Now we're going after the back of the arm. So again, we're going to spin ourselves around. The hands are going to be nice and high over the head. From here, again, keeping your core tight, glutes engaged, looking forward, we're going to bend at the elbow, bring the hands down close to our forehead, and push ourselves right away. Same concept with the feet. The further I walk myself back, the more weight I'm going to have to push. So again, leaning forward, bending at the elbow, the hands come down towards the forehead, and then I'm going to push myself right away. Lastly, I'd like to show you a core exercise. So I'm going to show you the plank. You may or may not have done the plank in the past. With the TRX, the exercise does get a bit more challenging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower these straps so they come down a little bit closer to the floor. I'm going to come down onto the floor. In order to get myself in these straps and not get them tangled, it's a bit tricky. I'm going to put my right foot in the left strap, and I'm going to put my left foot up and over into the right strap. Now I'm going to roll over onto my stomach. From this position here, we're going to engage the core by lifting ourselves up and staying totally parallel to the floor. Now, because our feet are suspended, we're in a bit of a different position we'd be if we were simply just blending our feet on the floor. So we want to keep in mind how our backside is looking. We want to stay parallel to the floor. We don't want to sag the hips too low to the floor, and we don't want to raise them up too high. So first I'm going to show you what that looks like before I show you the proper form. So when I raise myself up, I don't want my hips to stay too high in the air, just like this. And the opposite of that, I don't want to lift myself up and have my hips sag too low to the floor, like this. So what we need to do is brace our core. Imagine that when you're holding yourself up, someone's going to come right underneath and slug you in the gut. You're going to raise yourself up, keep your belly nice and tight, and hold yourself here parallel to the floor. Remembering to breathe. So I'm going to work my way all the way back up here. I hope that these exercises came across as a little less intimidating as you may have seen in the past. When it comes to a TRX workout, you can either do the exercises based on a time frame or add sets and repetitions into your workout. A sets and reps recommendation would be something like 2 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 10 and working your way up as you go. If you have a phone with a stopwatch or you're in a visible place where you can see a clock, you could do the exercises for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and ultimately work your way up to a minute. Again, remember that this exercise here is as hard or as easy as you want it to be, simply based on where you stand.